Hello YouTube, it is your boy Atticus. How are we doing? I'm doing good. So today I have a kind of a special video. So this is gonna feature one of my buddies here, Mr. Bubs. He was kind of new to the game, and he was kind of experimenting with some of the different races and stuff. And we played, a lot of different games, Dark Elves, for example. And he told me that Chaos is one that he really likes, and he's been practicing with. So we decided to do some games, and yeah. So I won't spoil anything. I'm gonna go ahead and just show the battle here, and we can watch my buddy here and see how he does. So I think he goes by BaneBear. On ladder, so if you see him, yeah, he's just a really good guy. So for my army, of course, we're doing the Druchii. Apologize for the lag there, I've been getting that a lot. I have pretty much a standard front line for Chaos. So I have a mix of Harganev Executioners. I have 2 spears on the side. These guys are just to help with any cav to kind of break off. Also 1 unit of Bleak Swords in front of 1 unit of Dark Shards. These guys are here just to, protect from any wolves or things like that. Just a screen for my Dark Shards. Also from our Lord choice, I've used this build before. It's a little bit unconventional, but I thought it was worth a try. I brought a Supreme Sorceress of Dark with only Word of Pain and Soul Stealer. And as you can see right here, I have another Sorceress of Dark with just Word of Pain. So yeah, we're going to be spamming Word of Pain. The idea is just to, you get like negative minus 45 melee attack, is to, just to neuter the enemy army, to keep them from being able to kill certain engagements, the ones that I pick. So I have a Supreme Sorceress with this unit to win against, a cav fight, and I have her, to support the main front line. Also do have 1, 2, 3 units of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows, supported by 1 unit of Harpies, and as you can see, a Cold One Knight, and we also have a Manticore. So for BaneBear here, and for his army, and I think it's lagging a little bit because I have it in slow motion, you can see that he's brought a pretty well-balanced army. He has a mixture of Chaos Warriors of great weapons, looks like 1, 2, 3 of those. What is that one? And then also just some Chaos Marauders. So both, armor piercing, shielding. He also has a Hell Cannon, unit of the Summoners of Rage, and these guys are really, really good. Magic damage, and they also get that Chain Lightning ability once they've been in combat for, I think, maybe like a minute. Also has a a Chaos Sorcerer, Lord of Death. Looks like he brought Spirit Leech and the one that lowers armor. I forget what it's called. But this is where his real killing potential is, and this is what I really didn't expect. He brought 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Marauder Horsemasters, and these guys are just going to counter my Dark Riders really bad because they do more missile damage and they could win in melee. So let's go ahead and start the game here. And yeah, right off the bat, I'm going to send my Manticore to go screen this one out. I'm going to pull back these Dark Riders and try to use these spears here to screen. And luckily, I am going to catch him right here on the end. So that's a little bit of a good catch for me. Hopefully, it stops lagging here. I don't know what's up with that. I am going to, over on this side, do the same thing. I have Harpies chasing this unit, whereas this unit is just getting screened out by these guys. And one of the advantages of the Horsemasters is that they can fire while moving, while my Dark Riders cannot. As for the main engagement, we're starting to move our army up. So it's kind of, his strategy is really good. So he's forcing me either to deal with the Horsemasters, to use my micro on that, or to deal with the Hell Cannon, which you can see right here just gets a really good hit on the Dark Shard. So yeah, that's really brutal, really good gameplay. Over here you can see these 2 units are trading. I am getting a little bit of upper hand on that, even though these guys should probably come into melee, which I think they will shortly. Over here, you can see that the Manticore is still just chasing these guys away. He is going to go rampaging, but that's okay. The Manticore is an expendable unit. So, wow, I do not know why it's lagging like this. Right now, the front lines are going to crash. I do have a superior front line with the support of Word of Pain, as you can see right here. I'm just going to win this engagement. It's going to allow me to use these forces to help otherwise. Over here, you can see that the Summoners of Rage are going to collapse into my Cold One Knights, but I'm immediately going to use Word of Pain once again. I'm just trying to win every single, whenever there's an important fight, I send in my units, or I use Word of Pain so I can win that engagement. Over here, you can see that I am going to cast the Black Horror, but it's kind of, man, this lag is just really bad. Let me pull off for a second, but I'm not really going to hit anything. Over here, I do send some of my Hargonef Executioners along with my Supreme Sorceress, and we're just trying to win against the Summoners of Rage. And if you look at their melee attack, they're at 0. So yeah, these guys aren't hitting anything. So that's, that's kind of the idea behind this build. Over here, you can see that these Big Swords are going to try to screen these guys out. And we've pretty much just cleaned up the whole infantry fight. So, in that regard, it's going good for us. Over here, my crossbows Dark Shards are going to be hitting into these guys. We have 2 units over here, which I need to really get focusing in on the dragon, which I am going to do here shortly. I really apologize for the lag. Hopefully in the replay it doesn't lag like that. So as you can see right here, we have won the fight with the Summoners of the Dragon Ogres, Summoners of Rage, and he has landed his Chaos Lord into the fight. He is going to cast Soul Blight, that's what it is, and he does get a lot of good casts this whole game, lowering the armor of my Hargonef Executioners, my Supreme Sorceress, and just making it a lot easier to kill. He does take a little bit of damage, but he's going to pull out wisely. The whole time, my Dark Riders are trying to get into position here to start, doing some damage. Over here, you can see that I finally did get into his Hail Cannon, which was very good pick for me. He had left that kind of unguarded, but he is trying to stop him with these Chaos Warriors of Great Weapons. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to be able to kill it before he can stop me. He gets a really good breath weapon. You can see my guys were lined up, and they took a lot of damage. But yeah, we're getting a little bit of damage in on his Sorcerer. He's moving, which is making a little bit of a harder target. But yeah, we have won the infantry fight. So right now, I'm feeling pretty confident. The balance of power is it's in my favor. I'm grouping my men up, and yeah, I'm just trying to rally everything back together to see if there's any units, still around here. Man, this lag is just so bad. So alright, so now I'm going to send the Manticore, and I make a little bit of a mistake. I probably should have sent the Manticore to just deal with these Marauder Horsemasters, but I underestimated him. So I'm going to send him in here to deal with the Chaos Sorcerer, and I'm going to use Word of Pain here in a couple seconds, as you will see. And the idea is to use the Manticore to keep the Chaos Sorcerer still. Therefore, my Dark Riders can hit him. So I do believe I do cast it, or unless I'm going crazy here. Yeah, there goes the casting, which we're going to see how much melee attack he gets. So he gets Word of Pain. He's down to 2 melee attack. And yeah, we're just trying to focus in, trying to get as much damage as we can with those repeater crossbows. Since that is the center pin of my army, that is pretty much the only way that I can win. Over here in the infantry fight, it's the same story. Supreme Sorceress with the Hargonef Executioners are dealing with these Chaos Warriors, but yeah, he has these Marauder Horsemasters on Overwatch, and these guys, I didn't respect them enough. I didn't appreciate the damage they could do. BaneBear gets a really good breath attack right into the glob of my guys, and that right there is just brutal. It hurts the leadership. It takes their health down, and he's going to get a really good rear charge in, which is just going to shatter the leadership of these guys. So all of a sudden, I went from having the infantry fight, thinking that I had this, to now being in a real credible, threat. The only thing I really got going for me is a couple units for repeater crossbows and a Sorceress. And a Manticore, but look, he's starting to rally. He has 3 units that still have ranged, and yeah, they can fire while they shoot. So it's going to be the same old story. He's going to come charging in with those guys. I'm going to try to lure him into my spears and land my Manticore. As you can see right here, Manticore is going to come landing down. I'm going to put the attack order on these guys, thinking that maybe, just maybe, since they were higher health, that they would be able to hold them in place. But yeah, they instantly start shattering. The Chaos Lord is going to land on the Manticore, and yeah, at this point, guys, it's looking, like total 360. Like my whole plan was just neutered by those Horsemasters. I'm trying to get my Sorceress of Dark back into the fight here to try to get a Word of Pain. But yeah, all my units are breaking, and if you just look around the map here, yeah, I don't have anything left. So he really does have the advantage. All my units break. He lands down on my Sorceress of Dark. I don't think I have a Word of Pain left. And yeah, as you can see right now, guys, I'm in dire, bad, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm in shit creek. All my forces have been broken. He out-microed me with the Horsemasters, and he's going to break my Lord and get the win. So yeah, BaneBear, he beat my Druchii through the combination of those Horsemasters and yeah, some really good Soul Blights. Let's go ahead and look at the end screen breakdown here. I apologize for the lag, guys. I hope when I upload it, it doesn't do that. So the idea behind my build, as you guys can see, was just to spam Word of Pain. And you saw, like, I won the infantry fight. Like, I had, that idea worked. The thing that I didn't respect or put in consideration was these right here, these Horsemasters. Not only did they, just neuter out my whole ranged contingent, they took out my Manticore, they were focusing my Lord, they were hitting my, my infantry that didn't have shields. Like, they could, they could come into melee, they could hit them from range, and yeah, it was just a really good idea to do that against the Dark Elves. In hindsight, I wish I'd have brought another Manticore and maybe some Dark Riders to screen them out, but yeah, I didn't expect that. I really didn't. So yeah, BaneBear, he's a really good Chaos player. I think he has a lot of potential in the game. I've seen him personally rise through the ranks on ladder, and yeah, I wanted to just for him. What's the word I'm looking for? Post this replay. This is the actual first loss that I've actually ever put on my channel. We did end up playing 3 games, however, and I did win the other 2. So I'm gonna just to balance it out, just to give the Druchii a little bit of revenge. I'm gonna post a 3rd game, which is another Dark Elf versus Chaos. So this one's for you, BaneBear. Good game, good build, and for all you Chaos players, this kind of shows you like this is a really good, effective strategy for dealing with the armor piercing of the Dark Elves. Like Horsemasters they'll even beat Dark Riders in one-on-one combat. So, alright guys, it's Atticus. I'll see you next time, and take care.